Have you wonder how we usually feed our cows in the village? So in this clip, I'm showing you briefly how we usually feed our cows. Normally, we get the banana leaves from the farmer, that is the farm. And if you go and eat every homestead, you will find a family with one cow, two cows, others have more than that. Normally, the cows are usually used to feed the family. You get milk from the cows, and also the extra milk you usually sell it to the ladies around you. The staple food that is very popular with people who come from my village, in my tribe, we usually like to eat bananas. Some people call it matoke, us we just call it ndizi. It's a Kiswahili word. So this is my mom. She's literally preparing to remove the bananas from the farm, and then of course we're gonna take them to our home. As you go on watching this video, you're going to see how we cook the bananas and of course how we prepare the chicken and cook it together, then how literally the family enjoy the meal. So basically this video is just for me giving you a glimpse of our daily activities in my village. If I go to the village, this is how we live. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and if you have any questions, please.
Oh, ndio. Yeah.
To my village, I always have fun. I always enjoy bonding with
Nakumbuka
the family, and of course, just doing the normal activities. Normally, what happens is every single day is a different activity. There is no repeat of tasks.
Alipokuja kitambo nikamkumbatia tena, akasema jamani msiana.
That is very crucial because at the end of the day, we believe in Ubuntu. All right, so here you are seeing a firewood, and of course there's a sufuria. So we are going to boil this water because we want to use this water to prepare a chicken that is literally going to be slaughtered, and then you're going to remove the feathers from the chicken and you're going to cut into pieces, and then you're going to cook that because in my culture we love eating chicken. So for those who are not used to eating chicken, please forgive me. But this is just a glimpse of my daily activity in my village. So the water is ready. As you can see, it's very hot. All right, so here you are seeing they've already slaughtered the chicken. Now they are putting it in the boiling water, the hot water. And then they're going to remove the feathers. You see, they're preparing that activity. So the ladies you're seeing there, these are my relatives. They are my cousins actually. All right. So normally the whole activity can take around 10 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on how fast you are doing the job, at the same time how experienced you are. For somebody like me who is not experienced that well, of course I do know how to do this job, but it will take a bit longer because I'm still rusty. But if you are used to, usually it's very fast.
Okay, guys, so what they are doing right now is they're soaking the chicken over there inside hot water. They want to remove the feathers.
Like 10
so I'm being told they have to
minutes.
soak it
Once
in
it's finished,
so that by the time the chicken becomes soft,
making,
like you see now, you see the way she's able to peel the feathers like that.
Cooking the whole meal together.
But that hot, the water is very hot. Let me not lie, that water is very hot. Look at the
chicken in hot water. Usually the feathers come out very fast. They just dissolve. It's a matter of just plucking. See that they're plucking? Yeah, they don't use a lot of strength. It's just easy because the water is hot. It has literally made the feathers easier to come off the skin of the chicken. All right, so there is the firewood, the 3 stones, and the meat is inside there. So they are going to cook it. So I'm literally showing you the after and the later on how it's gonna look like. So it can take a while, to be honest, but for people who are used to this kind of work, they usually take a shorter period of time depending on your experience and how fast you do the work. Okay, so now you're seeing the chicken is ready. Yeah, you see the feathers have already been removed, all of them. You see that? Now that's how it's supposed to look, but they haven't finished yet. It's still not yet clean. So they are literally going to, you see, they're trying to clean it, all of it. Then they're going to cut it, remove all the things which are not supposed to be there to be cooked, and then you're going to leave behind the pieces of meat, or should I say the pieces of chicken that are going to be cooked. All right, so you see in my village, there is usually chicken up and down. They usually we like to let them go around the compound, and of course we feed them vegetables. Sometimes they usually feed them with rice or
But then we are cooking all
garlic,
we are also
some
cooking
food which
this.
has
We
been
don't
left
throw
over. They
away.
usually give it to the
We also
chicken.
cook this.
So really, they're literally being reared as organic as possible. They try not to give the
So
not
they're
to
removing
they
food
try to give them
inside the
normal
chicken.
food that a human being can eat. Even sometimes we throw away, leftover food. We give them, like if you have maize, you give them rice, you give them, sometimes they even want to feed on vegetables, they eat that. So yeah, it's, I mean, one thing when I observe the chicken, I'm always amazed on how much they can eat, to be honest, because they always eat from morning up to evening. They always eat. No matter what you throw at them, they'll always eat, and they're always moving up and down. I've never seen a chicken, just resting. Oh yeah, they usually rest. But not for long. They usually rest, and then they like playing with the sand. They like playing with the sand. They roll it around, like they're washing themselves, the feathers of dust and everything, but they like rolling around the sand. If you ever see a chicken rolling around the sand, just know they're really cleaning themselves at the same time they're playing. All right, so now the chicken is ready. You have seen it has already been cut, and of course the firewood is ready. The three-legged stones are there. So we're gonna do it. We're going to cook traditional. So normally the cooking can take 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on the kind of meal you're cooking, the size, for how many family members and all the stuff. So this is literally a meal for over, can I say over 7 people? Yeah, 7, 8 people. And remember, what you're cooking here is what we're gonna eat for lunch and dinner. So the chicken is already, it's going to be cooked actually. It's not yet ready, but yeah. So they've added hot water, so they are going to have stew. So that's stew basically with chicken. So the reason why they boil it, because they want the chicken to be cooked, because this is a traditional chicken. So the way you cook a traditional chicken is not the same way you cook a chicken ya kizungu, that the ones we usually eat when you go to the restaurant. It's not the same actually.
Unatoka shamba, mimi
ningekimbilia
kuona vile
The
unafanya.
broiler chicken is different from the other one. So the way you cook it is different. So this one you have to take a bit of time. Make sure you take like 10-20 minutes to boil the chicken so that it's tender. The meat is tender, it's cooked, and then you proceed to cook with the bananas. So here you see the bananas. They've literally bring another bananas, because in this family of ours we like to eat bananas. If you can eat bananas every single day, they will say it's okay, because this is their staple food. It's what we are used to. Yeah, so my mom here, she's literally preparing. And one thing you need to understand, you see my mom's hands, yeah, they look oily. Yeah, so usually apply our hands with oil. Yeah, the reason why is, when you touch the bananas, they usually that glue stuff that is coming from the banana. Yeah, so when you apply oil on your hands, and then when you touch the banana, usually that gluey stuff doesn't stick on your hands. So when the time you go wash it off with the soap, it will come off. But if you end up touching banana with dry hands, that glue stuff on banana is gonna it will stick on your hand, and removing it is gonna take a lot of time. It's going to be difficult. Sometimes even can take days just to remove it. The reason why I'm saying that is because I've experienced it. I've done that because growing up, my mom used to, to teach me these things. And sometimes I used to be so lazy, when I'm being told, oh, by the way, you need to apply oil on your hands before you touch the bananas. I used to feel so lazy or know it all, and I decided to do a shortcut and touch that banana without putting oil on my hands. And then after I've done the work, I've finished, now I want to wash off the dirt on my hands, then it doesn't come off at all. Even if I use the soap, I scrub it, still that the black marks which are being left by the banana glue, it doesn't come off completely. So yeah, I learned that the hard way through experience. So here what you're seeing is how we normally cut the bananas. You cut into smaller pieces after peeling off the skin. That's how we peel off the skin. You see the way they're doing it? Yeah, that's how we peel the skin. And by the way, this is literally somebody who has experience. So for somebody who is not experienced to peel off the bananas, that's me in the middle. Yeah, if you're not experienced, believe you me, it will take longer for you to finish this. I'm talking that through experience. I remember my mom was teaching me, how to peel off bananas using hand. Okay, see the way they're doing in the video. Yes, that's how I was being taught by my mom. But I never used to know how to do that. I used to use the knife, and then when I used the knife to peel off the skin, it used to peel. I used to peel together with the parts of the banana. So my mom was like, "No, you have to do the right way, the way you're seeing in the video." So yes, the more you practice, the more you become better at it. Sometimes if you're not used to this, you can feel like this type of work is cumbersome, it's tiresome, and you feel like it's waste of time. But actually this is part and parcel of being in a village. It's part and parcel of having relationship bonding with your cousins, with your relatives, and of course at the same time you're doing work. That is the beauty of working at home. Yeah. So here we are. This is the extra banana that was brought in. So we are putting it in the store. This is where we put everything. You see the way it is. It's like a storage facility. So there's banana inside there. They're all stuff which have been put there, which we no longer use them and everything. So basically, yeah. All right. If you have any questions, please, I'd love to hear from you guys. Tell me where you're watching this and what is your popular food in your country. And the other thing which I'd love to know from you guys, what more do you want me to cover? Because I have over 300 videos in my channel. Oh, by the way, guys, you see what she's doing here? She's literally going to apply mud on the sufuria. You see that? Yeah, that is traditional way of literally making sure this pan does not get black, does not turn black. So you see, you apply mud around the sufuria, all of it, and then after that you put in the firewood. You see the way she's doing? You put you start cooking with the pan with the sufuria, so it will not turn black. The minute you go and wash all that the ash, you see that it is, yeah, the ash and everything is gonna come off. Yeah, we only do that because we don't want the pan, the sufuria, to turn black, because it's a new one. So this is original. This one, the way it's black itself on the outer side, this one is okay. This one is used for cooking a three-legged firewood. But the one which you're seeing, we have applied ash on the outside. This one is not supposed to be used to cook using three-legged firewood, because we normally use it inside the house to cook when you're using maybe gas and everything. So, but for this situation, because we didn't have another big sufuria like what you're seeing, so we had to use it. So we had to come up with ways of making sure the sufuria or the pan does not become black when we want to wash it off. All right, so basically here the bananas are ready, the chicken is ready. So they're going to add soup on this. You see that stew? Yes, that is stew. That is chicken broth. So they're going to add. They've added salt. So they're going to add this later on. They'll pour all that chicken broth on the bananas, so that when you eat the bananas, when it's ready, it has the chicken, the stew of chicken, and it's very delicious, to be honest. I'm not lying. I tasted this food and I enjoyed myself. So now here is the bananas together with the chicken. There are, you see now the way you're seeing that pan, it's literally ashy looking. That is literally the ash which has been put outside. All right, so we see the bananas. That one is going to use to cover the pan itself. You see the pan? Yes, they're going to use the to cover it. You see the way they're doing? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. They're going to cover it. Then, of course, the reason why is because they want the bananas to be cooked, and then, of course, the steam not to come off. You see the way they're doing? That's the traditional way of doing it. That's our traditional way of doing it. Yes, and then of course they're going to put the pan. You see the lid? Yeah, that's how we do it. So we're gonna wait for this like for a period of 30 minutes for the bananas to be cooked, and then we're gonna add tomatoes. Then you're gonna add dhania. You're gonna add garlic, other spices. You see all that? Yeah, that's what they're gonna add later on. You see all that is the leftovers. Yeah, but usually it was onions, it was tomatoes, it was garlic, it was coriander. All that they have put already inside there. Then once it's ready, then they're going to test it, and then after testing it and see that the food is cooked, then they're going to serve it to the family. So basically, you see the way that the pan is turning black, but outside you see the ashy look. That is mud. So that mud is protecting this pan from becoming dark, becoming black. So when we finish cooking, that pan is going to be scrubbed off. The outer side is going to be scrubbed off completely, and it's going to be brand new. That's what the countermeasure they're using, so that it doesn't turn black like what you see on the pan which is on the floor. That one there, one is black. Yeah. So this pan usually it's normally used inside the house when you are cooking using gas. But since we did not have a bigger pan, so we were forced to use to work with what we have, to be honest. So you see now they've checked the banana, but still it's not yet ready. All right, the bananas are not yet ready, so they're still going to continue waiting until the bananas are cooked properly, and then they're going to add other ingredients for the food to be ready. So as the food is boiling, what I didn't show you guys is they're going to add firewood throughout the cooking period, because we don't want the fire to go off. Yes, that is our chicken, to be honest. It had just have reared, is it the babies? Actually they're like 2-3 babies. They were more than that actually, but somehow some ended up because the other chicken in the compound, so some chicken used to fight the mother hen and all this stuff. So back to the food. See now they're adding ingredients. You can see there, that's pilipili hoho. Yes. So they're going to add tomato, they're going to add onions, they're going to put spices, they're going to add they already put salt earlier on, but they're going to add salt later on just to see if if the food has salt or not. And then of course when it's ready, then we eat. You see now they're checking. You see what they're doing right now is they're checking if the food is cooked. Traditionally we usually remove like a piece or two. Then you share with your family, the ones who are around you in the kitchen, and you comment, is it ready? If it's not ready, do we need to add this or do we need to do that? So you consult with your friends who you're cooking with. All right, like what you've seen in the video. Yeah, so here we're going to add more time. Okay, now she's preparing. See, now she's adding the chicken broth. Yeah, this is what I was telling. They're gonna add the chicken broth. It's very crucial. By the way, when you're cooking that chicken broth, please don't throw it away. It's nutritious, and you can really do a lot of stuff with the chicken broth in cooking. So, by the way she's handling that sufuria, that big pan, and rolling it around is literally to make sure the food is okay. It doesn't stick at the bottom of the sufuria. Now she's added what you see, the soup. Yeah. So she's literally now waiting. This is like we are nearing the end of the cooking. Yeah, so the banana is already cooked. The chicken is already cooked. So it's just a matter of they've added ingredients like tomato, garlic, other spices, carrots, all that. Yeah, so now it's just a matter of mixing it because those tomatoes, the carrots, and everything, they're also cooked. So it's just a matter of adding last minute touches to see whether the food is fine and all this stuff. Okay, so now you see this is what we are seeing, and this is what we usually like to see. That means the food is really cooked properly. Now it's mixing it, the blending, everything. You see now she's checking the bananas and the potatoes if they're ready. You see the way she's like squeezing it using the wooden spoon. You see, yeah, she's trying to cut to see if it's cooked or not. Yeah, basically that's what she's trying to find out. So with the banana, I mean that was the potatoes, and bananas, and of course with chicken and the stew. By the way, I love my bananas to have stew. I don't like eating dry chicken bananas, or I love, you see that it has stew. That's what I love. If it's too dry, I usually find it cumbersome to eat. So this is how we cook our traditional popular staple food in my family, in my community. So if you go to a neighbor, if you go to when you have a celebration, whether it's a birthday, wedding, or a funeral, believe you me, this meal must be there because it's a popular staple food in my community. So the food is ready. So they are literally preparing to take it inside the home, inside the house. Yeah, because we like cooking outside because there's more room and of course it's easier. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how we carry our pans. You see that she's carrying, it's very heavy, but she's used to that. Yeah, so the food is ready, you see there. So now they're going to serve it. Now she's serving for the whole family. Now let me talk about that pan. You see the outer side, the way it's dark and then it's like it's peeling off. You see the way it's still having that clear look. Yeah. So when you go to wash this pan, the outer side, all that blackness is gonna disappear when you scrub it off because of that. Remember when you started watching the video, they had put mud on the outside of the sufuria. Yes, so that mud is literally preventing that for the pan or the sufuria, that big sufuria which is having the bananas inside. Yeah, the one which they're using now to serve. The one they used to cook the meal that you have seen in the video is literally what the mud outside is literally preventing that pan from becoming black. Okay, all right, so here is literally how we are normally served food. Let me not lie. When you go to the village, usually they tell you what type of food, which piece of meat do you want, the size of the food you want and everything. They usually tell you that. So it's you to tell them, okay, I want this piece of meat, and then of course this amount is too little or it's a lot, can you reduce it? So that is the discussion normally that happens, and we like to eat together because it's Ubuntu. It's usually a way of bonding, catching up at the same time, having a meal together, saying, yeah, we are one family, we are one, and we love each other. And that's basically the traditional way of us doing our activities. I don't know about you, how you guys do it, but for us, this is just a glimpse of my life in my community, in my village. So usually, the way you are seeing here, that's how we usually do it. One person is gonna prepare the serving for everybody. You're gonna be asked which size of meat do you want, which piece, the amount, and all this stuff. Then after that, then you have to eat. And by the way, once you're given this meal, you must finish it. There's no like throwing food away. You must finish it. That is very important. That is why you're being asked, is this amount enough? Do I need to add more? or is it too much? Do I need to reduce it? So you're being asked these questions because once you take that plate and you go and eat, believe you me, that meal you must finish. There's no excuse whatsoever. There's nothing like say, oh, I am full. There's nothing like that. So you see this, these are my nieces and my nephews. So you see the way they're eating here. So once they finish this meal, and if they say they want to be added more, they are going to be added more. If they say they are full, they don't want anything more, then they'll be told, finish your meal, drink water. If you're going to take any snacks later on, fine, but make sure you finish your meal, period. Okay, guys, so I'm eating bananas. So I want to test, and then I'm gonna tell you how it looks like. Okay, all right, stay tuned. All right, quick update. Did I like the meal? Definitely, I did like the meal. The meal. It was delicious. I enjoyed myself, and every time I go to my traditional home, believe you me, that is one of the food I eat. My sisters, one of my sisters, she love eating potatoes. I mean bananas. If you tell her to eat bananas like every single day, she'll be like, fine, I want it. But for me, as much as I love eating banana because it is our staple food, I also like to eat githeri. For those who are Kenyans or East Africans, they know what githeri is. It's literally a mixture of maize, beans, and of course bananas. I mean potatoes and a bit of cabbage, and then you mix it together. You cook it together with adding tomato, onions, garlic, and other spices. You create a stew out of it. Also a bit of stew, no, not too dry, just a bit of stew, because me, I love my food to have a bit of stew. And then I usually accompany it with guacamole or avocado. I love, and of course a bit of vegetables, that is sukuma wiki on the side. That is my favorite food. Anyway, so to end this video, yes, I enjoyed my food. It was delicious. That part of the clip, I'm sorry, I think I deleted that part because one day I woke up and there was no enough space in my phone, so I had to decide what kind of clips I'm going to remove, which ones I'm going to leave in my phone. So I just cut a bit of that because I felt like it wasn't necessary, because I had nearly everything apart from me talking to you guys. So it's me talking to you guys now. Yeah, so if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of my community. Please guys, I beg you, help me monetize this channel. So go watch my other videos, please watch them. Let's monetize this channel, because I've been on this channel for the last 3 years. I don't know where I'm going wrong with my content. Is it boring? Is there something wrong? I remember when I was filming this for the last 3 years, I was using a broken phone. The back camera was broken, so I was using the front end, and still it had a bit of a problem. That's the reason some of my videos are a bit blurry. But come this year, I made a vow that I'm gonna monetize my channel. I'm gonna create a community of 100,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna monetize this channel so that I'm able, to take care of myself, take care of my mom, my siblings, and also literally just use this money I get from this channel just to go around showing you what Kenya has to offer to you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I believe we are going to reach that target of 100,000 subscribers this month. Yes, I'm giving myself this month. I know, guys, you are there, you're watching. I know YouTube can do that for me. I know the world has over billions of people. I know. There's magic in social media. So please, guys, do your thing. I will really appreciate. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.